Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome back to Backpacking UK. If hiking, backpacking and wild camping are your thing, please hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel's all about. Right, today, really excited because I've got an absolute beast of a tent to show you. This is a two-person tent. It's a backpacking tent for two people, and it really is for two people, this one. This is the Vango Tryfan 200 tent. Just like the absolute monster mountain Tryfan in Snowdonia, this is the tent equivalent. You'll see in a minute, it's built really well. We're not talking like a single pole tent, not two, not three, we're talking a 4-pole tent, this one. It weighs 3.6 kilos all in. So if you're taking this backpacking, one of you really needs to take the tent and the other person all the other gear really, because it is quite big. However, it's also quite big inside too, which I can't wait to show you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pitch this tent today for you to have a good look around. But first of all, what we're going to do is just have a look inside this Vango Tryfan 200 tent bag. So this is what you get inside the Vango Tryfan 200 tent bag. So you've got one of these oversized tent bags, so it's really easy to pack away. You've got your instructions there. As always, I leave the tags on, so if you've got any questions, put them in the comments section and I'll be able to help you out. These are the tent pegs, very traditional, but they are lightweight alloy. You've also got a little tent repair kit with a little square of each fabric on the main tent. You've got all these poles. Now, I'll find out what diameter poles these are and I'll put that in the description, but to me they look bigger than your standard sort of 8.5mm poles. So this is an inner pitch first tent. So this is the inner, this is the fly outer. Both are 70D nylon fabric, so it's really thick. The ground sheet has a 6,000 hydrostatic head rating and the fly 3,000, so both are really waterproof. And when they're packed away, the pack size is 50 centimetres by 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So let's start pitching this Vango Tryfan tent. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the ground sheet and the inner and just roll it out so we can start pegging it out. This is a 2-door and 2 vestibule tent, and the doors are actually really cool. They've got some good features which I wish more tents had. So that's laid out. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to peg the 4 corners out just before I start threading the poles through. Now to start threading all the poles through. Now these poles are colour coordinated, so I've got 2 blue poles and 2 bronze poles. Now when you thread the poles through, they've actually got colour coordinated tabs. So I'm putting the blue pole through the blue tab. Again, there's little tabs here just to thread them through. Be a little bit careful with the fabric. Now I just want to start pitching it up. So that's the poles in. Now I just need to clip the inner just to make sure the inner's nice and taut. So I just want to show you the inner tent. I don't usually do this, but it just gives you a real feel for the design. It's got loads of solid mesh, absolutely loads. And with the vents on the ends and the doors, you can change it from solid mesh to see-through mesh. And it's also got 2 vents up top, which you can see there. So now what I want to start doing is just putting the fly sheet over. Now it's got 4 clips on the fly sheet, so it's dead easy to pitch. So what I love about this Vango Tryfan 200 tent is, even though it's in a pitch first, if it was raining, it's actually quite quick to erect. So one of my pet hates on tent reviews is that people don't pitch their tents properly and guy it out properly. However, in this particular instance, I'm not going to do that on the four corners of the tent, because I want to just show you how rigid this tent is. Because it's got 4 poles, it's just unbelievably stable. I mean, look at that. It hardly moves at all. And I tell you what, when you guy it out properly, this has got to be one of the most stable tents out there. So what I'm going to do, just before we have a look inside, I'm just going to walk you around this tent. So here's the Vango Tryfan 200 tent erected. It's a really nice shape tent, this is. Really nice. It's got guy points, 1 in each corner. It's got a door on either side, but 2 different styles of door, which I can't wait to show you. But it's also got these vents at the bottom and vents at the top too. So these are the vents on the ends, so we can just pull them back just like so, and you've got mesh there, which is really good. Then you can also just completely open it up, so you've got full ventilation, and then you can also undo the solid mesh, and it just leaves you with the mosquito mesh left. So these are the little clips. You've got 1 in each corner, and you've also got an adjustable door. Right, so let's open the doors, and I've pitched it this way on purpose so I can show you. It's just really neat. So just wind this door up. As you can see, it only goes to the middle, and that, I think, is one of the Vango Tryfan's best features. So it's nice to see toggles with elastic on. I just wish everyone would do it. So if the wind is coming from that direction, you can open up this door, so you've got wind protection here if you're doing any of your cooking. Likewise, if the wind is coming from that side, you can close that door and open up this door. Now, I think this is just such a great feature, and such a clever design. So it uses the same toggle for both doors, and there you go. So now I'm just going to open up the inner door too. And the inner tent door has a stash pocket inside. So this is the other door on the other side, which is much more sort of traditional, what we're used to. That you just roll it back, again, elasticated toggle, and that's it, job done. It's got a proper door on this side too. So let's take a look inside this Vango Tryfan 200 tent. So let's have a look inside this Vango tent. So first thing, pockets. You've got 2 on that side, 2 on this side, and you've also got little loops, be it for like lanterns or like a little washing line. You've got the vent, that end, a pocket, another pocket, and another vent. So you can either have this wide open or just to show in the mesh. You've got a pocket on that side, and coming round, you've also got the door pocket too. Right, so here we are inside this Vango tent. It is massive. I mean, it is huge. There is 115 centimetres in height, and it is a true 115 centimetres, and it's not just in the middle either. you've got this huge area with an enormous head height. I mean, I'm 5'8", 172 centimetres, and I've got that much on top of my head. So anyone that's 6 foot, not a problem whatsoever. Now, the width of this tent internally is 130 centimetres. Now, I said this is a proper 2-person tent. I've previously said other tents with 130 centimetres internal width aren't. Difference is, with the Tryfan tent, it's got really straight walls, which creates this enormous space. It's quite straight on the ends, but it's really straight on the sides, which just gives you this massive area. And also internally, it's 230 centimetres long. Now, I've got my regular sleeping pad here. I would say it's about 30 centimetres left. Now, if I lie right down, got my feet at the end here, I can literally stretch my arms out to the sides. It really is that big. It's an absolute beast of a tent. So what do I think of the Vango Tryfan 200 tent? It's a beast. It's huge. It's monstrous. It's just such a big tent. And it doesn't move. I would quite happily take this in a storm, and I would be confident it would see me through the night. Now, it's £210, which I think at full retail price is a really good price for a tent like this. The fact that you can get it discounted is just an absolute bonus. I mean, I see this tent, I like the Vango Banshee. It's like a huge Vango Banshee. It's made of like the similar sort of materials. It's not going to let you down at all. This tent's got some great features, loads of storage, loads of pockets. It's got some really nice ventilation too. I like the fact that the way the doors work, and the fact you can even use your trekking poles on the doors as well. It's just so versatile. Now, the drawback is weight, 3.6 kilos. It's a bit of a beast. If 2 of you are going away, it's not going to be so much an issue. But if you're one of those people that likes a 2-person tent when they go out backpacking on their own, 3.6 kilos, I'll probably stay away. It's a heavy tent for that, and it also takes a lot of space in your backpack too. But I absolutely love this tent. I think it's excellent value for money. You could also just go normal field camping in it. It doesn't have to be backpacking too. I think it's fantastic. So I'll put all the details in the description. Please check out my other videos. I've got a ton of backpacking tent reviews out there, so please check them out, and hope to see you camping out there soon. Cheers.